Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to Ecom Street. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the niches that we currently dropship in and why. Stay tuned. So, to get things started, guys, I'm just going to be talking about one of the stores I've been running for like the last 2 years. It's been a profitable store that I had ever since 2018 when I actually first kind of started. It wasn't exactly the first store that I did, but it has been running since I started. And I'm honestly going to say that the first year or so was a little bit shaky, obviously, because my experience wasn't as great. But I did have a couple of winners that made me kind of change my whole mind about dropshipping and kind of made me stay in the whole thing. And the reason I'm telling you guys this and what niches kind of stay in is because this store, honestly, it's a general store, and a lot of people kind of debate between having a general store and a niche store. No store is the right store for you guys to be starting out with. When you guys want to start off dropshipping and you want to say to yourself, okay, I want to be able to sell anything without having to think about it, then obviously a general store is the way for you guys to be going. And the reason why I've stayed through the store is because honestly, I think I'm really good at just finding products now, and I don't want to have to be limited to what the product is and like the niche it is. So for example, guys, let's say I had a skincare store and I saw a really cool fitness product I wanted to put on my website, but unfortunately I can't put a fitness product on there because it's not going to match the theme, right? Obviously. So that's why I feel like having a general store is a really cool thing, and it's a really easy thing for you guys to set up. And now, since it's been around for so long, it actually is #1 on Google when you search it, or if you search a product that's similar to what someone else is selling. So let's say I'm selling this calculator and someone looks it up, like it's like a specific AliExpress calculator, like that's a trending calculator, my website actually might pop up because it's been in the Google search ranking for a long time now. Build up SEO with your stores, right? Like the longer that you have them, Shopify trusts you more, right? Facebook starts to trust you more. It sees that it's like a long-term kind of brand, I guess you could say. But it has done some pretty significant volume, and that is kind of one of the reasons why it is on Google search. It has had a lot of traffic to the store, and I probably won't sell it for a while until I have to or until I need to. It is something that consistently makes me money. I mean, you get the random customers that kind of buy something from your store at the odd time. If you're running consistent traffic to your store and then you stop, you'll have those customers that buy something the odd time, like every other day or every other week. You do get orders like that because it's such high volume that you've done. So that's why, regardless of what niche you're in, I mean, whenever you're scaling something, you will have a built trust system with either Google or Facebook or Shopify. And in terms of Shopify payments too, since I've had my store for quite a long time and I've been shipping from the United States almost for like 1.5 years now, I've never actually had my PayPal funds on hold. I know that sounds kind of crazy, but I have actually never had to deal with that just because my logistics have always been like bang on. So I mean, I haven't had to really deal with that. Like, yes, I've had some holds here and there, but nothing too major, just because they wanted to like verify my identity. AliExpress wanted to verify my identity, PayPal, Shopify, even Facebook, they've asked for my identity. So you honestly have to verify that with them. And I'm not saying because you have a store like this, like that you've had for a long time, it's not gonna happen. Like anyone now starting dropshipping is more likely to have holds with their accounts just because it's starting to become a problem, I guess you could say. Just because there's a lot of people advertising now, and they do have a lot of crappy stores that are on the Facebook platform. So Facebook is really cutting down on those people that just don't know what they're doing, have really crappy logistics, sell really crappy products. It's important to build long-term trust, I guess you could say. Have a nice store, have a clean store, have good logistics, have good products to sell to your consumers, obviously. And the longer you run them, the longer you keep them on the platform, eventually you'll be trusted. Corey and I do have a store that we are building. It's actually more of a brand, so it is a niche store. It's not a general store, it's not a random store with a bunch of products. It's actually a brand that we're considering to actually maybe even sell in the future, who knows, where things take us. And we're actually planning to run Google ads with that. So we'll definitely be keeping you guys updated on that. All right, guys, so now Corey's gonna be talking about his kind of niche and what he's been doing over the last couple of years been doing this. So let's see what he has to say.
Hey guys, so Anthony did a great job explaining exactly what kind of niches that we like. Although he does run a general store, as do I, I've also ran many one product stores and niche stores. Of course, a lot of you probably know this by now, but for those of you that are brand new, health and beauty, especially health products, are a great niche to sell in. As long as you know you're following the Facebook ad policies, everything can be really great there and make you lots of money. Not so much pets anymore or babies. Outdoors, so it's kind of under, I guess you could say health, but like outdoor things, I guess too, like for like activities or some kind of sporting outdoors or camping, for example, has also been super solid for me and a lot of people I know. And even more recently, electronics have kind of been coming into more of the picture. You have to be careful. A great example of this is that mini projector that a lot of people were selling. That's just one of the many examples. There's so many products. So that kind of proves how electronics can be sold and drop shipped. Now you have to find your own that has, an amazing factor to it, and you can, do very well in those niches. But end all be all, no matter what niche you choose, whether it be pets, of course, electronics, anywhere in between, you have to make sure that what you're selling is evergreen. So we've mentioned this before, but there are drop shippers out there that take, huge opportunities on trends. So for example, like right now during the coronavirus, a lot of people are selling masks. A lot of people are selling coronavirus masks and stuff that help them, save their face and, just protect the air and whatnot. And personally, according to a lot of other people I talk to as well, we wouldn't really do that because number one, it's just not ethical. So of course there's different kind of things you could say. For example, during NBA playoffs, you could probably sell NBA socks or whatever, for example. That's okay, but during an epidemic like this, you should not be selling those masks. It's horse shit. But back to what I was saying about selling evergreen products, you really do want to make sure that your items can be sold forever. And there's no worse feeling than, working for a couple months, working super hard in your store to finally have it doing some good numbers, just to realize that the whole trend is done now, it's over, and you can't do anything, you can't sell it. Actually, who wants to buy that if there's no, reason to? But when you're selling something evergreen, of course, clothing, all these things, they're never going to stop selling. People always buy them, maybe more and more each time they come back in return. Regardless, as long as it sells throughout the whole year, you're on a much better bet there. And of course, there's peaks and troughs where it might sell better in the summer or whatnot. That's obviously going to happen regardless of what company you are. Even the biggest companies in the world, they have peaks and troughs. But regardless, it's evergreen. It's always going to sell. It's never just going to stop, right? Okay, guys, and that pretty much wraps it up for this video. If you did find value in this video, we would really appreciate a like and subscribe, guys. We are doing our best here to provide as much value as possible. As mentioned, there's tons of stuff going on right now. Anthony and I are actually working on a project for our own store, and we plan to do some kind of case study with that along with our course being launched hopefully this month, guys. There's a lot of stuff going on, but regardless, if you did find value, please guys, give us a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos soon, and we'll see you then.